Rigel is a very misunderstood place. Rigel is an extremely dangerous place. Rigel is the last place humans should be meditating or connecting to, unless they're specifically with approval connecting to a race that manages there, which I'm going to speak about in a minute. But a percentage was given to me once by a draconian hybrid counterpart, trusted counterpart, and he specifically explained and he demonstrated it in a way that he best could, obviously with his telepathy and technology. And he said that between 90 and 95% of anything that happens within this galaxy is observed and known and seen by the Alpha Draconian Empire and their hybrid group. So a Draconian Empire has 426 pure blood management races, 200,000 hybrid races, and close to 2 million races that are within their service. These are humanoids, insectoids, zetas, some beings that are avian, but majority it's reptilian. So if you look at all of these Alpha Draconian pure blood races versus Alpha Draconian hybrid races, hybrids then range, they vary from 5% pure blood draconian DNA to 95% pure blood draconian DNA. But one race that is within Rigel is a race I'm allowed to talk to of DEJ-DEGAO. And this race, as I pronounced it the best that I was told, is a race of pure blood reptilians that are approximately at 80%, very, very malevolent. They're a paramilitary group. They're extremely large in numbers, and they hold a soul evolution that's actually fascinating. It's just so impressive at 6.1 density. 6.1 density race. It means they've spent millions and millions of years fighting wars to even survive. Most of the races are within high 4th density, early 5th density. Some are high 5th density races, but these guys have survived and made it to the 6th density rank, soul evolution status, which is beyond impressive. It's absolutely incredible. To compare, most Pleiadian races, we call Pleiadians, are 5th density races. So this particular race is 6.1 density. So they outrank any living physical being that's within Pleiades. So not just Pleiades, but even Arcturus too. A lot of the races there are high 5th density races. They're just getting to that 6th density soul evolution. And the location of this race is a large blue star, powerful reptilian supergiant called Rigel in the constellation of Orion. And this constellation of Orion deserves, I think, a series of marathon of videos on its own. I mean, this is one of the most filled and just too packed, too populated place with draconian hybrid groups, reptilian hybrid groups, powerful insectoid groups, definitely very strong humanoid groups too, that are again in the service to the Alpha Draconian Empire. And Rigel sits just below the 3 Orion stars that we see even above the Giza pyramids. And we've seen Giza pyramids obviously were not built by Egyptians, they were built by Elohim, Ra, Alpha Draconian groups, and Thoth. But the Alnitak, for example, is one of the stars, so that sits just in that vicinity, the region. And these stars are really literal headquarters for very, very powerful, very dangerous reptilian groups that have no emotions. The DEJ-DEGAO, this particular race, the reptilians on Rigel, they're the most dominant. And this area of Rigel is extremely populated with other races, but it's also very busy with traffic and thousands of races that visit there or go by that system. So representatives of different groups come by Rigel's system, but it's approved again. It must be approved by these very dominating reptilian military races. If there's one thing about reptilians to know, definitely they're extremely dominant. So if they approve something, it's fine. They obey by their word. They always do. They have honor that way. It's in their genetics and it's in their code, military code. But if they say no, it's a no. There's nothing anyone can do. And these particular guys are brown skinned. They have no wings, no horns. They're about probably somewhere in the vicinity of 7'3" to 7'4". And the best way really to describe their height is comparing it to some of our celebrities or athletes. As a kid, I used to watch WWE, Andre the Giant. Andre was about 7'3" or 7'4", approximately. So these reptilians are about his height, and so I was able to compare it. Anyway, for Rigel, it's hilarious, I think, that our corrupted liars or bastards at NASA speak, and they say gibberish like, oh, in the next few million years, we may find water there, or there may be a supernova explosion there. Typical NASA lies, typical NASA scams. But I definitely don't suggest meditations or astral projections to Rigel. It's not a Disney place. It's not a love and light place to take your consciousness to. That's for sure. Not a place you want to remote view into. Not that humans, any organic human has a capability to remote view into Rigel. Those are just internet fairy tales by people that print out fake remote viewing certificates that they've completed at some school. But obviously, everything within Rigel and the Orion Constellation is very closely monitored by the scouts that are in the loyalty to the Empire, Alpha Draconian representatives, Draconian hybrid groups, and Reptilian hybrid groups. And Rigel definitely is a powerful and potent reptilian energy. To connect to these two races, there's a procedure, and those that work with reptilian consciousness already experience reptilian consciousness, Draconian, Alpha Draconian Reptilian, or Alpha Draconian hybrid. Yes, I can explain that in person at one of the expos or trade shows.